This video will model some strategies in reaching our first goal of being able to identify if two or more equations are parallel to each other. So when we do this, we need to be looking at what conditions need to be met for equations to be parallel to each other. And those two conditions would be that they have equivalent slopes and they do not share the same y-intercept. If they happen to share the same slope and the same y-intercept, then they'd be equivalent equations and not parallel. So let's take a look. So when we approach this goal, what we are doing is when we are given a group of equations and we're looking to identify which, if any, are parallel to each other, we need to look at identifying their slope value and their y-intercept value. We can then see if the conditions are met for them to be parallel to each other. So we begin and we have an equation in slope-intercept form. That is y is equal to the slope times the input variable x plus the y-intercept. So very quickly we can identify the slope value of this function is 3/4 and the y-intercept is 2. Now we'll look at the next equation in point slope form, and right away we can identify that slope value of -3/4, but in order to identify the y-intercept value, it would be easiest just to quickly convert this into slope-intercept form. So I'd go ahead and I begin by distributing that coefficient there. I have -3/4 times x, and then -3/4 times a +4. That would be 12 over 4, which is 3, but I have a negative there, so I would have a -3, applying the distributive property. Now I have y minus 5, and I'm looking to get this into slope-intercept form by isolating y. So I'd go ahead and undo subtraction by 5 by adding by 5. Now I have the equation equivalently represented as y is equal to -3/4 times x, and the y-intercept of this function is +2. So I've identified the slope value, -3/4, and the y-intercept value of 2. Okay, now we'll look at an example of a linear function given in standard form. And again, we are looking to identify its slope and y-intercept. So I'm going to go ahead and translate this into slope-intercept form to do so. I'm going to go ahead and start by getting this x variable term on the right side. So now I have -3x minus 8 on that side of my equation. I made a zero pair here. I'm going to bring down this term, -4y. Now we just need to undo that multiplication by -4 by dividing all terms by -4. And I get the equivalent equation now in slope-intercept form. That's 1. So I have y is equal to -3 divided by -4. That double negative becomes a +3/4. And -8 divided by -4 is +2. So now I can easily identify the slope as 3/4, the y-intercept as +2. Okay, we have one more equation in this group, also in standard form. So I'm going to do the same, work to translate this into slope-intercept form. I'm going to go ahead and begin by moving that x variable. So I'm going to make my zero pair. I have my -8y term. And then on the right side, I have -6x plus 8. Now I look to isolate y, undo that operation, divide all terms by -8. There's my 1, so I have y by itself. -6 over -8, equivalently, that is +3/4 x, and my y-intercept is +1. Okay, so now we can identify the slope value as +3/4 and the y-intercept +1. Now, the task given to us was to identify which, if any, of these equations are parallel to each other. So we've identified their slopes and their y-intercepts. So we're looking for matching slopes, but different y-intercepts. So right away, we want to take a look at this because we have this 3/4 slope over here. So some common error would be like, well, oh, A and C are parallel because they have the same slope. But notice they have different or the same y-intercepts. So actually, this A and this C equation are equivalent equations. They would produce the same line, so they are not parallel. But if I look at over here, 3/4 and 3/4, that's the first condition. They have equivalent slopes. They have different y-intercepts as well. This one has a 1, this one has a 2. So they met the conditions. Equation A would be parallel with equation D, just to give you a quick visual of what this means. If we're looking at a coordinate plane and we are comparing A and D, I will use yellow for this one. Y-intercept of +2. We'd be going up 3 units over 4, so we would be producing a line that looks something like that as far as ordered pairs belonging to it. And then I'll use green for this one. We would have a y-intercept at 1, and then the additional ordered pairs for that one would be just below these. So we would have 2 lines that are parallel to each other because they have equivalent slopes and they have different y-intercepts.